We're learning now about the 8 people who were killed in their boat after it capsized on Lake Tahoe during choppy, dangerous waves Saturday. We know that 2 people were rescued. All 10 on board that boat were there to celebrate a birthday that day. Among the victims, 4 are family members from Northern California in the Bay Area. One of them, an executive with DoorDash. Thanks for being with us tonight at 6. I'm Gulston Dart.
And I'm Edie Lambert. Let's start with the names released today. Paula Bozinovich from Redwood City, Terry Pickles, also from Redwood City, Joshua Pickles from San Francisco, Peter Bays from Lincoln, and Timothy O'Leary from Auburn. The other 3 victims are from New York State. Teresa Giulari and James Guck are from Honeoye, and Stephen Lindsay is from Springwater. The victims range in age from 37 to 73. KCRA 3's Ryan Curry learned more about what happened to that family over the weekend.
A moment the family can only describe with one word: tragic.
They're in a state of shock and mourning and grief.
Among the 8 victims who died in Lake Tahoe over the weekend, 4 are members of the same family. They were on the water celebrating Paula Bozinovich's 71st birthday when severe weather swept through the lake, causing high winds and big waves. Sam Singer is a spokesperson for the family. Among those who passed away were Terry and Joshua Pickles, Paula's husband and son. Joshua's wife, Jordan, is sharing this photo of the 2 of them.
The swells were 8-10 feet. The boat took water on, stalled the engine. The water that was being taken on caused the boat to capsize, and the occupants were thrown into Lake Tahoe.
The Pickles family is from the Bay Area. Joshua was working as a DoorDash executive in their finance department. He and his wife married 2 years ago and have a 7-month-old daughter. Joshua was on the boat while the other 2 stayed on shore.
Life was really wonderful and exciting, and now it's a trial and a tragedy, and they're just in grieving.
More than a dozen agencies worked for several days trying to find the 8 victims. They located the last one on Monday, and Singer says the family is grateful for their help while they now focus on grieving their loved ones.
They can't express their thanks enough for those people putting their lives on the line to save 2 members of the party and to rescue the bodies of the 8 who perished.
In San Francisco, Ryan Curry, KCRA 3 News.
DoorDash has told KCRA 3 that Pickles was an inspiration to everyone who had the privilege of knowing him, and they said they will work to support his family during this difficult time.
And we're also learning some more details about some of those people who were killed in that tragic boating accident. 71-year-old Timothy O'Leary was a friend from Auburn. 3 other people are from upstate New York. 63-year-old Stephen Lindsay was killed in the boating accident. A longtime friend of his says everyone called him Zippy, and he says he was just a good guy and never had any enemies. He'd been traveling with a couple who also lost their lives. 69-year-old James Guck, and people called him Jim or Jimmy, along with 66-year-old Teresa Giulari, a member of the Honeoye Town Council in upstate New York, says that Teresa constantly volunteered in their community. The El Dorado County Sheriff's Office is working right now with the Coast Guard to try to determine how this happened.